আহ, Good morning, sir. And good morning, class.
Good morning, everybody. Are we there?
We're here, sir.
Yes, sir, we're here.
Slides are displayed.
Are you seeing me now?
Yes, sir, we can see, sir.
We can see you, sir.
Can see the slide.
I'm
We can
very
see you,
happy.
sir.
I'm very happy that Mrs. Aheme is here today in a full scale. Is what hello?
Hi, sir.
Yes. I say, who was made the class governor?
Hello, sir.
Sir, we are yet to conclude on that, sir.
Okay, so when are you people going to elect a governor?
Maybe by break time, we'll all agree to chat ourselves by break time and come to resolution about the selection.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Are you seeing my slide? Are you people seeing my slide?
I saw this. The slide was displayed, but it's no longer. Now.
Okay. What up now?
Now we can see it. I can.
We
see
only
it
see
now.
you, sir. We can't see the slide.
I can see the slide now, sir.
Okay. Can everybody see the slide?
From my ends, I can see it, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I can
sir.
see it from my
Yes, sir.
side.
Okay. Today we are going to look at this particular theory. Record that yesterday we'll look at different theories, environmental theory, which we said is a theory by a nurse who postulated that. Hello?
Yes, sir.
So, who postulated that environmental factors affect the patients in the hospital and was criticized that that is just a nursing process. That what the need to do is more than a nursing process. Why in a hospital you talk of the psychosocial aspect, the mind or the mindset of the people handling the patients in the hospital bed. We also look at social norms theory that when you correct somebody, the person will tend to do something better. At times, the person may not do anything better. That you also look at if you are talking or there are what of those who were born like that, they came out like that, they were small, but in that way. Another one was social action. We also look at social constructivism, grounded social justice and social labeling. In social labeling, the theory postulated by sociologists said when people are labeled like that, they tend to behave so. But it was criticized that what of when you label somebody and the person is not behaving like that, you are creating a social image on that person that will continue to be with the person forever. Today, we are going to look at a few theories, and one of them is reintegrative shaming theory. This theory essentially is a sociological theory that has a background from uh, people who do bad things. That it postulates that social shaming will reduce crime, unlike stigmatization, which, according to the theory, labeling theory, essentially increases the behavior by encouraging future behavior. By social, by integrating, reintegrating shaming theory, when somebody can commit crime, you bring the person to the public and you shame the person. When you shame the person, then that person that has been shamed will look at it. Why is it that I've been shamed? And the person will correct itself than punishing the person. Now, reintegrative shaming uses temporary shaming techniques to help community reintegrate the offender back into the society. When you are shamed, when somebody has committed a crime, the person has been shamed, then you bring the person back to the society. Only shaming. Recall that maybe during our days, some of us, during our days in the primary school, if you steal somebody's pencil, they are not going to punish you. You will hold the pencil in your hand, go around the class, or at times they will tie the pencil on your neck and tell you to go around the school and tell the pupils that have stolen pencil. So here they are shaming the thief. When they shame you and you are brought back to the society without any other punishment, just shaming, then it works. But reintegration here, bringing back you back to the society and getting something for you that you will not get to involve yourself in that crime again. He examines the difference between stigmatization of the individual and the reintegrative shaming, or encouragement to stop the behavior without labeling or stigmatizing the individual in the society. Well, this one is looking at it. If you look at this one carefully, you are shamed. when the person commits crime, the person is shamed. After shaming the person is brought back to the society, and nothing other than shame goes on. So if you look at this one, the main assumptions of this theory is that former prisoners' inability to readapt to the society may cause them to return to the prison. If you change somebody and you allow the person to go on normal, that shaming, the person who has been shamed, when he goes out, he has been labeled already. And when you label somebody, the person is inwardly feeling it when he goes around. They will say, oh, is it not this person that was involved in stealing that cow? He has been labeled already. So for him to adapt to the society, the person feel like going back to the prison where he is freely there, because there he is associating with people of almost the same caliber, or people associating with people whom he or she think or feels, yes, we are involved in this. Therefore, the main goal of integration is to prepare people to re-enter the society upon their release and prevent the offender from going back to crime. One thing is, look at this theory very carefully. Reintegrative shaming. You have been shamed and allowed to go back to the society. But the theory is looking at, as somebody is going back to the society, don't just allow that person to go back to the society, but have something for that person. The person should get to understand certain things. You get maybe a handcraft and allow the person to learn it. After learning it, then the person will go and join the society. This is the essence of teaching criminals or inmates, teaching prisoners, I meant to say, teaching prisoners who are there, who have been incarcerated in the prison, so that when they go out of that prison, they will have something doing rather than just looking at themselves, going around for people to begin to criticize, for people to begin to talk, and they feel this is it. If you have discovered somebody is a prisoner or somebody has committed offense and you are taking an item to that person, maybe you are that maybe criminal proof by taking that thing to the person, so that the person, as you are dealing with the person, maybe you already have immunity. So this is what this particular thing is saying, that yes, take it to the person and you go and look at the person. But here, if the person has learned something, if the person has learned a craft, what I'm saying is, if the person has learned a craft while in detention, while in prison, then the person comes out and you are taking an item to the person to do it, to prepare it for you. You should be prepared that you are dealing with somebody who is somehow not original, who the society has already tagged, who the society has already known, who has been known for having a negative behavior. This theory has been criticized in this way. These methods alone cannot be used to reduce crime. And rather than bringing about sustainable change in offenders, they might make criminals more violent. Here, you shame somebody, you are shaming, in your attempt to shame somebody, if the person has overpowered the few or you that are there, the person will go violent by saying, I'll beat the hell out of you. If the person, maybe at the course of going around attempting to shame the person may grab an object and go violent, begin to hit people. This will be very bad. The applications. Use community members as mediators to mediate conflict and thus avoid crime. If somebody is now involved in crime, get people who are responsible to talk to the person. When people who are criminally minded are spoken to by those who are reasonable in the society, they may, they may, they may accept what the person advice the person has given them and tend to be good in the society. For this form of mediation involve all those who are likely to be affected by the crime. Here you are not just bringing everybody, you are bringing people who have been affected. And for people who have been affected, uh, if I am affected and I choose not to accept it, so be it. If I'm affected and I choose to accept it, so be it. Number two, helps in reducing crime in the society. How does it help in reducing crime in the society? When people are advised, those who are not hardened criminals, they may accept it. But those who are hardened criminals may not accept this particular way of talking to them to leave criminality. These are the theories. So, what do you think is good for this particular theory? Are we there?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, okay, you can talk.
Well, sir, there's a saying in Nigeria. Let me use Nigeria as an example, not Africa, Nigeria specifically now, that you cannot shame the shameless. There are certain people that this theory will not work for. By the time you use it on them, like you said in the criticism, it will spur them to do more. It will make them want to, you understand what am I about to lose? Nothing. A good name is better than riches, but how much is the good name giving? So they will still go ahead and do that thing that is in their hearts to do. So it may work for some, but it will not work for others. So for this theory, I think I will agree with it by, let's say, 40%, like I did yesterday.
Hmm. So your own is always 40%. Okay. Any other person who want to talk? Uh, you people said I should present my view, and now that I say yes, let me come on board. It's not everybody that is. We are in a class. Yes, we are actually in a class, and the ideal thing is we are supposed to be seeing all of ourselves. But some people just decided to hide over cover, and they are saying the lecturer should be there, and they should not be seen. So why not show yourself? uncover so that we will see you.
Sir, you want to see our face?
You are saying you want to see my face. This is like an irony. You are saying you want to see me as I'm talking. We are in a class, and you are in a mask. Why you are saying yes? We are in a class. Why you are not showing us yourself? Who wants to talk again? Huh?
Hello, hello, sir.
Yes. Odu, go ahead and talk.
This is Joseph Odu, sir.
Yes.
Please, concerning the reintegrative shaming theory, please, I did not get it right. What I got from the theory is that use an example of someone who committed a crime. That after the crime, the person will be brought to the public, and the person will be shamed. That after that, the society will find something for the person to be doing, and it will reduce a crime. Did I get it right?
I mean is that when somebody has done something,
Yes, sir.
you shame the person. After shaming the person, then the same person that has been shamed, you are not going to do any other thing, just to shame the person. When you shame the
Okay.
person, then you allow the person go on its own. Which
Okay.
is why I give you example of during our days in the primary school. I don't think they did that with you. During our days in the primary school, if one has stolen somebody a pencil or biro, uh, they will carry that pencil and hang it on the neck or the pupil who has stolen and ask him or her to go around the school. I am a thief. I am a thief. I've stolen a pencil. I've stolen this item. I've stolen this item. I'm a thief. I, what are you doing? You are trying to shame the person publicly. Then the reintegration is you bring that person back to the society without doing any other thing. The improved aspect of it has to do with the way and manner people who are there in the prison are handled. What I said is, in the prison, different people will be allowed to take different trades in the prison
Yes.
so that you learn to have something. You have been shamed. That person who has committed the crime has been shamed nowadays by taking him or her to the prison. By reintegrating the person into the family, while the person was serving a jail term, he learned or he learned a trade that upon coming out of the prison, he will be a reasonable, is assumed that he will be a reasonable person in the society. This is a kind of, that person is being reintegrated in the society in such a way and manner that henceforth, we assume that henceforth, uh, it will be good for him or her. This is what we are saying. That yes, with this one, it is expected that people who have committed crime and are there, they will learn a threat, and when they come back to the society, they will be reasonable people. This is what we are saying here. Is it clear? The person has been shamed
Yes,
by
it's clear.
taking him or her to the
Yes.
prison. Then reintegrating the person into the society in such a way or manner that the person, a trade, a handcraft that he or she will do, then this will help the person. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here, sir. Yes, it's clear, sir.
So
It's clear.
that's what we are saying here. Any other question or observation?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
please.
I want to talk about the reintegrative shaming theory. And I want
Yes.
to add on the example you gave us. What I want
Mm-hmm.
to say is this theory is not longer in existence in this country, Nigeria. It was before,
Wait.
during your...
Let me ask you.
Okay, sir.
Part of it still exists. Part of it, the part that exists is when inmates are in the prison, they are serving their prison term. They learn a trade. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to bring it down to our immediate communities. Let me start from our homes to the school, the primary school, and then to secondary school. Nowadays, you don't, like, the students in the schools are no longer feeling any shame of what they have, or of the crime they have committed. You will see some of them when they are shaming them of what they have, the crime they have committed, you will see them walking gallantly, like nonchalantly. So to me, this shaming theory, integrative shaming theory, is not working like before. During my secondary school days, when someone commit a crime, like stealing, the example you use, they will have that thing on that person's neck and walk the person round the school compound and be singing song that will make the person feel shame. But after sometimes, you will see that the person will recoil, the person will not do such again. And others also will recoil from doing that particular crime. And it actually helps a lot of us from doing things that will make the school use us as a scapegoat then. But now it's no longer like that, right from our homes. When a child behaves in an abnormal way and you try can I use the word, shame the child will feel nonchalant about it. Also, the same thing applies to students in the secondary school, mostly this bracket from 14 to 20 years old. You will see that they live free nonchalantly about what the crime they have committed.
Okay, that's very good. Okay, you still want to talk? Any comment?
Marcus.
Thank you very much. Who wants to comment again?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thank you, Amos.
Yes, sir. You've already said everything. Just to add to what my colleagues have already said. Talking about reintegration itself, is talking about bringing back people into the society in the context of crime and justice. So, relating to what you said, the theory itself does not kill. It's not concerned about showing the person away. It does not bringing the person sense of belonging back to the society. I can remember when we were small, there was this thing they used to call in Abuja Azongo. I didn't know it anyway, but our mother used to tell us the story. By the time I was really on the bed, the following day, they would go round the house and then announce the person that lived on the bed. And other children who does the same thing will try as much as possible by waking up their parents to not do it. So the theory itself is one of the primary goals of the theory is to repair harm, promote accountability, and reduce crime in the society. And it is applied in the terms of healing victims and then all of that. That's all I understand. And like I said yesterday, it's about leveling theory. It's a 50-50 something. Some people want to act right, having seen people who have been shamed, people shamed, acting that thing they did. For some people, no matter what you do, they say, I've already been condemned. What am I to lose again? They will go ahead. So it depended on the perspective and how you look at it. If someone has done something wrong and then this has the situation, I will not want to do the same thing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Amos. Who also want to chip in?
Come out, come out, come out.
Uh, to
Maurice, come out.
to root. Hello, to. Hello, to. Can you mute your microphone, please? To please mute your microphone, except you want to contribute. Obu Samson, what would you, what do you, how would you rate this theory? Is this theory, people are saying this theory is moribund. It's no longer active in the society. But as I earlier said, is active in one way and active in the other way. Who is to be blamed, and how can we go back to the good old days when we were shamed, when if a little child or at times a mature person commit a crime, he or she was shamed, and that served as a deterrent to him or her in reducing the rate of crime generally in the society. Obu Samson, are you with us? To root, can you mute your microphone, please? Chidima, what would you have to say about this theory? What has gone wrong that the theory is no longer applicable?
Okay, good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone in the call. I joined in very late, I think around 10:40, and I asked in the chat box um what the theory was, and I discovered that the title of the theory is regenerative shaming theory. I
Reintegrative shaming theory.
sorry, reintegrative. Thank you, sir. So listening to what
Let me give you a brief background of the theory.
all right, sir.
The theory is saying when somebody commits crime, the person is shamed, the person should be shamed and brought back to the society, not actually administering any kind of corporal punishment to the society. Then the act of shaming now has gone to a point of taking somebody to prison. And the act, the second part, which says somebody should be reintegrated to the society. When somebody who has committed crime is there in the prison, the person will learn a threat. Learning a threat is like equipping that person that when the person comes back to the society, this person, if he or she was not having anything to do, you will have anything to do and concentrate on that thing. Then uh, different, some of us are saying this theory is no longer practicable. Then the question is, why is it no longer practicable? Who is to be blamed and why? Somebody said the society has gone beyond this particular one. During the olden good days, if such that such the theory was applicable, but nowadays, even your own child, if you do that to him or her, he doesn't feel anything. So what has gone wrong and what is the way out?
Okay, sir. Listening to what you've just said now, it's very clear. One thing I would say is this kind of theory does not solve a problem. In fact, it compounds the problem, because when you shame the person as a tool of correction, you're only exposing the person to being untrustworthy. People can no longer trust the person. And with that, how would the person now be reintegrated into the society? Because the person who is not trustworthy, can how will you work in a corporate environment? In fact, if you're applying for a job, they'll ask you sometimes, hope you do you have any criminal record, all of those things. Now imagine a situation where such is done in public. So I don't think the theory is really solving anything, though partly it might bring soberness in the person who has committed a crime. But another thing is, I like the fact that it's the theory reintegrates a person, because when you're serving a jail term, like you rightly pointed out, you are given the opportunity to learn a trade so that you'll be able to do something that will provide income and will make you not to go back to your old your old nature, or the character, or whatever you did that brought you to prison. So for me, I would say the theory is not really solving any problem, because it's just compounding it. A child who was shamed publicly would devise a better means of taking something, or a means of taking it without being caught. If you took pencil, for instance, and they caught you
Get
taking
up,
the
get up, get up,
pencil, you will look for a
get up.
way of taking something bigger and hiding it, or even
You
framing
put out
someone
the hand.
else, just for the fact that it is not just you. So that's what I would say about the theory. It's not really applicable in our current society, especially with the digitalization we are seeing today. Thank you, sir.
I
Thank you.
want to equally make an input, sir.
Okay, go ahead. So,
Yes, I want to agree with the theory. And aside reintegration, the theory is of paramount importance that when somebody who is noticed or known for this act, as she was trying to shed light, that it is rather exposing that person to undue judgment. It is important that if we have noticed that this person is a criminal, a habitual, he doesn't want to retreat from that crime. When you see that person around, if you have your fowl laying eggs somewhere, your eyes are there, so as that person doesn't go there to go and pick you up. So it's important that the shaming theory is very, very important. That even your child that you don't trust, when he's on vacation, you know how to keep your money. So to me, I agree that the shaming theory is good.
All right. Thank you very much. To Ruth, please unmute your microphone. The background talk is disturbing our class. Thank you very much to Ruth. People are emphasizing or are very emphatic uh, about the fact that the theory is no longer functional. But can somebody comment on the aspect of reintegration where the inmate, somebody who has been shamed by serving a jail term in the prison, is allowed to go to school, is allowed to learn a trade? What about this aspect? Is the aspect not novel? Somebody should talk concerning this aspect. Chidima, please, you were very straightforward concerning your no acceptance of this theory. What about this aspect I've mentioned?
Okay, sir. I really wanted to comment, even if you didn't call my name. The truth
Okay,
is,
go ahead.
reintegration is a very, very integral part of um, most of life, because people make mistakes and then mistakes are corrected, then they are brought back and things start moving. Now, I want to say that reintegration, even though there is a shaming, there is a reintegration. That is bringing the person back into the society, which is very important. Now, when these people, or whoever it is, it may not really be that the person went into maybe to prison and then they gave the person skill. It can be in the house setting. If a child is is known to always take money, you realize that, okay, this person likes, always having money around and all of that. How about you put this person in a vocation that will, be yielding income and help the person to stop looking at somebody's own and all of that. So these are some of the things. These are some of the These are some of the things I think I really like about the reintegration theory. It is very, in fact, the reintegration for me is the one I embrace wholeheartedly. Bloody shaming, I refuse to accept it because it does not solve any problem to me.
Wait,
Thank you.
wait, wait. Listen to this one. Listen to this one with rap attention, man.
Okay, sir.
By allowing that person serve a prison term, a jail term, is it not an act of shaming? You have been incarcerated. That person who has done that has been incarcerated for a number of days.
Sir,
I
I
think
put,
when you were talking, you
yes, sir.
mentioned a particular aspect that if you are looking for a job, they
Yes, sir.
will ask you if you have, you were arrested by the police. Let me first attend to that one before I'll come back to this one, to the other part.
Okay, sir.
The,
After that point, I
the
want to
law,
contribute as well.
okay, there's no problem. I like it that way. The law is very specific, and according to the law, somebody who has gone to prison after a period, a specified period of 5 years, the person can be employed. the person can contest for election. Are you aware of this part of the law? If you are not aware, then be aware of that part of the law. Then the other aspect I said I will attend to that before coming to it is by one, this person serving a jet term is an act of shaming. Me and you are here, normal, going about on the street doing our business. And if for a particular reason any of us is made a house arrest, is at that point that you will feel that this freedom we have to go around and talk to people on phone and exchange pleasantry with people, attend occasions is very important. Then is incarceration in the prison not an act of shaming? That's my question. You answer this one. When you answer this one, the other person that said he wanted to contribute, to go ahead.
Okay, sir. I know this is because I am vehemently refusing to accept that shaming is really a form of, solving an issue. But however, taking someone to serve a jail term after being, duly, that the person has gone through the law and then it is agreed that the person has done a crime, it is an act of shaming. But the person is not parading his herself in his school setting, in a work setting, and declaring, I am a thief, I took a pencil, and all of that. So I will agree with you, sir, that it is a PhD degree of shaming, but it is more honorable.
Okay, thank you. Somebody, is it Doga that said he wanted to
Yes, sir.
contribute? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. We are
Yeah.
on this. I love this theory. The fact that she doesn't want to agree that the shaming aspect uh, could bring discipline, and it's through that discipline that the person is skilled, the person is made to undergo through process of skills. I want us, when we learn these theories, we should apply them in every facet of life, not centered on what she's looking at. Now she's looking on a common criminal still, and he's beaten and taken to prison. But reintegration, shaming and reintegration has a long way to go. I want to emphasize on the aspect of reintegration. There are some cultural practices that when a man gets married and his wife is caught in an act of unfaithfulness, the culture, some of the culture permits that the wife is asked to leave that place because she's an unfaithful woman. But if she's shamed and reintegrated out of that shame, and the union becomes a better union, and tomorrow the union is blessed with children, the shame do not only expose her to to that to public cast, but it has disciplined her to be a good housewife to the husband. So it's not all about finding a woman in an infidel act and then sending her away. She will go elsewhere, maybe she may continue. But if she's retained, she is reintegrated into that society, the shame alone may not allow her stand too long again with a man without the permission of the husband. So this shaming and reintegration has a very has applicability in various facets of life, not just taking somebody to prison and reforming that person, skilled, teaching that person a craft, and then releasing that person in the society. The issue of reintegration, there are some persons who are skilled, but they are belted criminals. they have the heart of doing wrong. There are students who are taught in the university, they are university graduates. In the situation in our school now, exams are going on. The same students that are bringing, that brought criminals to come and steal phones from students. Is this person not being skilled? Are they not being taught on what is good before they get into wider study of their course? They taught them Nigerian peoples and their culture.
Yoga, you are going beyond the theory.
Yes,
You are going beyond the theory.
it's all right, sir.
Mm.
But okay. So this one is restricted to prison and reformation. So the scope of the theory is around within prison and reformation, or how?
When you are going outside the theory in the sense that um, there are some criminal acts that are committed without punishment. When we were looking
Okay.
at the basis of the theory, somebody mentioned that a lot of people are involved in criminality without them being punished. Our
It's okay.
society has made has made a lot of there are a lot of differences in the society in our society now. People who commit crime and are made to go free of charge. They feel committing crime is nothing. Another thing is people commit crime and because of their connections, they are not being punished. They continue to commit crime. So here we are looking at the sincerity of people who commit crime. They are identified, shamed, and reintegrated
Mhm.
in the society. If you are talking of that person who has committed crime or is involved in criminality without him or her being punished, or he has scheme, he has connections, that anytime such a crime is committed, you take him or her anywhere, nothing will happen to her. Within 2 days, you see him or her moving on the street. Those
Okay.
people, they are the aspect of shame, they have not experienced that shame. They have experienced it in a small way that at times they are arrested. But the arrest only and maybe taking them to police detention does not really incarcerate them in such a way that they will feel it. And there are also habitual criminals who, no matter the amount of shaming you apply on them, they don't feel it. So we should be toying
It's
along
okay.
that aspect of perpetual criminals or no matter amount of shame you have applied on them, they are not going to feel it. Take for instance,
Dr. Kumo, this thing you are doing, I know you are on Zoom. Shake a hand. Who never phone call one guy? Okay.
so when you look at it carefully,
Now, who paying? How many hours? Good. Okay, brilliant.
so when you look at it, sorry for that breaking in the discussion. I was actually talking to my head of department. So if you look at it carefully, it's not everybody in the society that has who has involved in criminal cases or cases that have been shared. Take for instance, people at the National Assembly. There are some of them that they do certain things that are not proper, except one Lawani from Kano State, the chairman of the integrity group during that, was it the ninth or the eighth National Assembly, who said he was bribed by the then GMD of NNPC, I think Jackson Giles of Aseki. They arrested him. The ASCC arrested him. He accepted he said it publicly on the floor of the National Assembly that they induced him. They gave him a huge amount of money in dollars. Can you hear him now? He has served the jail term and is
Yes, sir.
nowhere to be found in the public domain. He has been shamed. It has helped. So, but there are people who are involved in the act of criminality and nothing has happened to them. So for them, they feel it's normal. So you were giving an example of students who are involved in criminality during exams. They go around, they pick others' phone, and they go scot-free because they have not been identified. Which is why I told you that you are going outside the theory. Here we are looking at somebody who is involved and he has been identified and he has been shamed.
It's okay. It's all right. So, sir, my question is this. We are studying this to apply to the wider society, to bring remedy to what is happening in the society today. I come to agree that some of these happenings is because people are not brought to the public grade to be disgraced. That most keep on perpetuating this. So, with the lingering issues of theft or looting of public fund now, how can this theory be applied? I don't know how you. I don't know if you understand my question, sir.
Yes. I'll address the question the way I've understood it. Integrate that there is no society devoid of crime. Everywhere you go, where we have been talking now about developed countries, the rate of crime in such countries at times are higher than what we see here. But some of the crimes committed are not reported to the public. Some of the crimes committed are responded to in time. So they will save situations. For instance, you will go to some developed countries and you are in an apartment. Somebody has just parked yesterday, and somebody parking yesterday. And all of a sudden, you are seeing a stranger in your neighborhood. You take your phone, call the police, and they will report immediately to confirm the stranger you are seeing in your neighborhood. That will reduce the rate of crime. In a situation where a lot of crimes are committed and though they are not reported to the law enforcement agencies, they are reported, but the law enforcement agencies lack the capability to handle such situations. The probability of crime being escalated is very high. The probability of people who are directly involved in those crimes to continue is very high. Another thing is high rate of corruption. If I get involved to say I got 1 trillion, and I'm arrested, detained. I use 1 million to settle that thing. I'm released. It means I haven't been shamed to a point I'll feel the shame. By arresting and taking me or whoever has committed that crime to detention alone is not enough. If you incarcerate somebody who has committed the crime for a number of days, 365 days, his other businesses and his other partners will be you will disconnect them. When you disconnect them, then there are other things he has done that those things will suffer. The kind of training he or she was giving to others will no longer be there. But what happened here is crimes are committed that which are not reported. Then those that are reported are not attended to. Those that are attended to are not attended to promptly. Take for instance, somebody who has committed a crime in 1990, and the person has been there. He spent 10 years or 20, 15 years in a jail and 15 years in detention without that person being taken to court. If the government of a day comes and want to give amnesty to the prisoner, you say, okay, let us allow this one go. That same person who committed that crime will come out. He has not been tried, he has not been punished, he was just in detention for those number of days. So what I'm trying to say is, one, crimes committed here, they are not reported, they are underreported, and those who commit the crime are because of corruption. Some of them stay in the prison for in detention for a very long time without the right treatment. They don't first actually face the roof of the law. By facing the wrath of the law, you try somebody, you tell him or her the offense he or she has committed in the society. Then you sentence him to a jail term. Then others commit this crime, they are arrested, detained, the judgment is passed. At the cost of serving their jail term, they are involved in jailbreak and they come back to the society. They are living in our society, normal. So these are the things that are there. But the key thing in this theory is that somebody mentioned it, one of us mentioned it. The society cannot be free from crime. But what we need to do is to get people something that they can do. One, when they are doing it, it will reduce the probability of them being involved in all this crime. It is on this pretext that those in the prison are training different types of trades that if it were because they have no trade, when they come out, let them have a handiwork, be able to get income that will sustain them to prevent them from going back to that kind of crime. The reason for shaming is to tell you that no, what you have done is not good. We will bring you to a public domain so that people will get to know you and even run away from you, not do business with you, and vice versa. So the importance of this theory is basically because it's telling us that criminality is not good. If we get involved in criminality, there is every possibility that if we are arrested, we will be shamed. But one thing is, after shaming, you'll be integrated to the society because the society doesn't want to just eliminate you. I hope I've answered
It's
your
okay.
question, Doga.
Yes, sir. Very, 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 very good. It's okay.
Any other comment concerning the theory? Bashir, you are welcome on board.
Good morning, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Bashir, say good morning to the class.
Bashir,
Good morning.
welcome.
Good morning, my fellow colleagues.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's continue from there. There's another theory here, social disorganization. Social disorganization. Hmm. This one will generate more debate than the one we have finished. Social disorganization theory suggests that person,
We cannot see your screen.
it's like Obu wanted to say something. Hello, Obu. You wanted to talk? Huh? Obu Samson. Okay. We are looking at social disorganization theory. Social disorganization theory is a sociological
So we can't see the slide anymore.
theory that look at considers location and behavior. Oh, you are not seeing the slide. Oh,
Yes, we
sorry
cannot see the slide.
for drawing my. Can you see it now?
Not yet, sir.
Hello, can you see my slide now?
No, sir, we can't see it.
Or
No, sir.
what of
We can't
now?
see the slide.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's
Visible.
up now.
Okay. Social disorganization theory, I said, it's a sociological theory that is looking at location and behavior of people. This theory says person's residential location is more significant than the person characteristics when predicting criminal activities and criminality by the cultures approved within the disadvantaged urban neighborhoods. What this statement is saying is if you live in a place that is disorganized, that the residential location of that the place is not good, the juvenile will acquire a particular criminality behavior. This behavior is approved by people
Okay, it's bad. Ah,
it's one of the theories that complain, or you hear of people complaining that I'm coming from Ajegunle. I am born and brought up from Ajegunle. Ajegunle is a location in Lagos, that a slump in Lagos that is highly disorganized. People, different ethnic nationalities are living in Ajegunle, and the place is like not good for habitation. So the theory, the assumption of the theory is that the collapse of, let me go back here. If you look at this particular theory, the theory is saying when different cultures come together, different ethnic or cultures come together, they breed one culture that is your culture cannot be accepted, your own, his own, and their own is not accepted. Then a culture is formed, and some of this culture could be that if they hit you, hit back. If they touch you, touch. If they abuse you, abuse the person back. Let me read the second statement. Therefore, location matters when it comes to criminality according to social disorganization theory. The theory noted that neighborhoods with the highest crime rate have at least three common problems. Physical dilapidation, a place where the structure is not organized. There are lots of issues in that place. A place that there is high rate of poverty. If you recall, at, uh, let me tell you a story. One of the retired soldiers in my village, one day waked up, I said he wanted to join the bad boys, or he wanted to train the bad boys. After they are training them, you go to a very uh, noticeable route and mount a roadblock. And when he mounts roadblock, he will do it deliberately to be arrested. When upon arrest, he will tell them that he's a retired soldier. He has been working around for him to get his pension, gratuity and pension paid to him, and he has not find it palatable. He has not gotten it. So the best thing is for him to get involved in criminality so that he will tell the public that this is it. Then I asked him, what, what would you get from this? doesn't even feel like living again. He said they should take away his life. Are we hearing? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
I
Okay.
So later the
So
slide has gone again.
the slide has gone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I can't.
This is my sharing today.
Slide man.
Can you see it now?
It's coming up.
It's coming up, sir.
Is it displaying now? Problem
Yes,
It's
is
it's okay
displaying.
now.
the problem is the bandwidth. When the network, the service is very bad, it will go up because the bandwidth, it will affect the bandwidth and not allow for projection of the slides. So this was the statement by this man. So what we are saying here is that the collapse of community-based control and people living in these disadvantaged neighborhoods are responding naturally to environmental conditions. So what's the environmental condition here? That this place, there is high rate of poverty and there is a mixed up of different cultures. So therefore, a culture, they are attempting to breed their own culture within that environment. So the social disorganization theory is saying when people live in a disorganized area, there is every tendency that rate of criminality in that place will be very high. And at times it appears so. The point number two, the rapid growth of immigration into the urban area is a disadvantaged neighborhood. So people that are moving from rural urban migration is causing a lot of problems. If you go to where maybe industries are established and people are coming from different places to stay in that place, you will discover different cultures and different kinds of criminality being perpetrated in that particular area. So this is what the statement is saying. Is my slide then?
Yes, we can see the slide.
Then number three, that are influenced by the ecological approach and competition and dominance. If this one is saying, if you have a business in such a place, they are influenced, such businesses are influenced by the behavior in that place, the kind of competition and dominance that will take place in such location. Let me tell you this one. This one is at times very practical. If you go to where there are supermarkets, town centers where there are supermarkets, you will just walk into the supermarket or your choice, you buy something and go. But you go to places where there are no supermarket, you go to a market center where everybody has a corner. People will be calling you, come and buy here, come and buy with me. If you go inside the market, you will get to a point where a small boy, somebody, or maybe your grandchild or your own child will come and attempt to hold you by the hand. Come and buy here. This is the kind of thing we are saying. Businesses located close to such disadvantaged neighborhood that are influenced by ecological approach and competition and dominance. Ecological approach here means the location where a, is not organized and people are attempting to come out with a culture different from the normal one. Number four, disadvantaged urban neighborhood leads to development of criminal values that replace normal society values. This is very heavy. That when people stay in disadvantaged areas, it leaves such areas are prone to things that may not be good. Disadvantaged urban neighborhood leads to development of criminal values that replace normal society values. Imagine the story I told you about a retired military person in my village. Here, he said he will train young people and they will go out, mount a roadblock. This is trying to develop criminality. So in disadvantaged areas, you will see young people, they will sit in a corner when they see somebody passing with a flashy car. They will not discuss on how to get money and buy that car, but their intention is to attack that person. Maybe if the person has money, to take it away and also take that car away. No, this is not limited to a car. It's telling us that if somebody passes with an item that is good, you will see the young people in such place will be interested more in getting that particular item off the owner. But they will not think of preparing themselves in such a way and manner that will make them buy that particular item. So this is disorganization theory. I think all of us are there. So what's your take about this disorganization theory? Ogbu, you raise your hand and say you should speak before we went to disorganization theory and you didn't talk. So you are given the floor or mute the microphone and talk. Is Ogbu with us? Okay. Route to cap. How do you look at this disorganization theory?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, thank you, ma'am.
Good morning, dear colleagues. I agree with this theory because I think I have an experiential I have an experience relating to this theory. Um, I grew up in Makodi, and the area I grew up, the area I was while growing up was an area that was quite disorganized, like very, very disorganized. And then you would see different vices every day. You see different vices. You see different um. You get to experience different things, stealing, a neighbor quarreling. I grew up in a face me I face you apartment, in compound, like face me I face you compound, and and you would see a whole lot of characters, a whole lot of things, all living in the same compound. Sometimes it's not even your compound. Maybe you wake up tomorrow, somebody is quarreling in your compound. You wake up tomorrow, they are insulting. And we were raising children. We're going to school. We're children being raised in this environment. We're going to school. And um Sometimes it's not even in your compound. Sometimes it's within that area, within your area. You wake up tomorrow, somebody has stolen, they've bumped the person. You wake up today, this has happened, that has happened. And then I think in my university, we relocated from that area to a different area. And this new area now was different, totally different from the previous area where I grew up. And you will hardly see those vices there. The things I used to see and experience there, those vices, they were not here. You get it's very difficult to see or to hear or some kind of things around this area I moved to. So I would say that this I will agree with all that this theory has said regarding that experience of my life. So I totally agree that the area a person is found, whether a business or
challenge. Thank you very much for your contribution. Joseph Odu, can you comment on this theory? What's your take about this theory? If you are with us, unmute the microphone and talk.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, colleagues. Can I be heard?
Loud and clear.
Yes.
All right. I totally agree with this theory. You see, I stay in Makodi here, just as the last speaker. So some area in Makodi, for example, go to Wadata. Wadata is one of the area that I see that is not organized. You see a different kind of character and behavior in that place. And when you see those people living in such area that is disorganized, you will quickly tell that yes, this person is coming from this background because their behavior and character will portray that environment they are from. So you can quickly tell that yes, this person is coming from one disorganized area, and they normally show it. So I think I totally agreed with this theory. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for your comment. Precious, mute your microphone and about this theory.
On this table, I stand 100%.
I'm going to ask you a question later on.
Okay.
When all these young guys and young ladies tell you they are from North Bank or from Wadata, because there's already
We cannot hear you, Precious.
The service is very bad. We are not hearing you.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, a bit okay now.
Okay. Type in your when you hear they are from that. So the environment, even as parents, we try to bring up children in environments that would help shaping their minds in the right way.
You
Avoid
again.
environment.
We are not hearing you. Please, we'll come back. We'll come back to you later. Ogbu Samson, since you came on board, we haven't heard from you, and you have been raising your hand for a very long time. So unmute your microphone. Let's get to know your opinion about this theory. Okay, Ogbu is not responding. Joga, can we hear your opinion about this theory?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, classmates, classmates. I practically agree with this theory of social disorganization. I am a living witness that before while growing up in the university community, this university community here, the relationship between the staff of the university staying in the university quarter and those persons, the natives of the university land, that is the university host community, was that of what we were relating to bourgeois and proletariats or laborers. They will come to the university to work, come to the staff quarters to work, and gradually, what they were seeing, they were influenced by the environment that they come to work for these persons. So some trace of how these people arrived to this point was they have a standard education. Then the university staff school was located here. Those who had their children in the FGA started pulling their children to university staff school. And what I can say today, I say now, those who went through the university staff school, imitating what these people do at that time, those who attended the
Hello,
university
Joga.
staff. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
You are sort of going outside the context of the theory. We are looking at if you live in a slum, you have a lot of problems. But if you live, although the theory didn't give us the opposite side of it, but if you live in a slum, you have a lot of problems associated with it, like criminality, that people living in this place are associated with poverty, criminality, and this act dictate or form part of their behavior. This is what the theory is about. But the one you are looking at is a different theory. Can Lizzie King say one or two words concerning this theory?
Yes, sir. Good morning once again. Good morning, my classmates. Yes, from what my classmates have said concerning this social disorganization theory, I will agree with this theory because they said that in a place where you find yourself, you behave like those people. Like sometimes we jokingly tell someone, probably from the appearance of this person, will just say, hi, this person, now what data this person from. Sometimes we'll say, this one is a high level person. We'll just be talking, and deep down, it's because of these people's appearance that we tend to say this to them. So I agree with this theory. And one of the speakers before myself said, like,
in environment like even your business environment, if you have been there and what is happening over there over time, you tend to also be influenced by what is happening in that environment where your business is. So I totally agree with this theory, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hello,
Chidi,
sir.
Chidima, can you unmute your microphone and talk? Comment based on your understanding of this theory. Do you accept or disagree with the theory? Agree or disagree?
Okay, sir. Um, the theory, just like the name, is social disorganization. And when things are disorganized, issues tend to come up from it. But looking at the assumption, in as much as there is social disorganization, it's not everybody that will pick up the trait, but it happens. It's something that happens. So I agree with what
I
the
like
theory
I like
said.
your statement. I like so much like your statement. He said it's not, even though for a lot of people may live in such environment, but it's not all of them that will pick the character.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Talk now, Doga.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Go ahead.
The digression, sometimes I want to go deep, but I want to agree with this theory that environment where you stay influences you greatly. Like I was citing an instance before, those who stay around Zaria, that is the Defense Academy, you see all of the people there. To each household, they want to produce a soldier. They want to have an army officer in their environment because they have stayed around the military based environment, and I find value with being an army officer. Those who reside around this university environment, equally you see a great turn of their words, who ordinarily would have ended in the village farming. They pick courage by seeing those who come in and out every section to stay in the apartment and graduate, and tomorrow turn to be a big name. So such, when you stay in such environment, 100% may not attend that influence, but there's the tendency that 75% will will be influenced by that environment. So I agree with this theory of social disorganization. Though we are talking on the aspect of disorganization, meaning what is not in place, but the positive part of it equally, it could come out of the disorganization is not center only the influence, is not center only on negativity. Positivity can be there. And on the negative aspect of it, yeah, when you come around this place, there's a growing trend of crime because people come from various backgrounds and they are initiating or introducing the way of life they live in those places to the people around here. The issue that somebody was, one of our classmates said while in the university, when we were discussing another theory, the issue of tearing and picking phones, tearing and doing this thing, the issue of street harassment, that is gangsterism, is on the peak because ordinarily it would have been a society that see that embracing peace is good. But with the crop of different persons from different backgrounds, it has greatly influenced the way and manner children are brought up around this place. So I agree with the theory.
Thank you very much. I also like your last comment that now that the university is growing bigger, there is a culture that is growing up. A culture is being formed, gangsterism and so many other things. Thank you. Um, then the Amos, if you are with us, what's your take concerning this theory?
Thank you so much for the question. Good afternoon once again. I also agree with the theory, but not totally, because statistically, they said people that are being influenced
Richie,
by statistically, 40 to 70% of people's character are being influenced by where they live.
hello, Richard.
So, not everybody. Later,
Yes, we are with
later,
you.
okay, fine.
Yes,
Like I
go
was
ahead.
saying,
Go ahead. Something
yes,
is outside our own point of view.
okay. I
Talk.
said I agree with you, but not totally.
Okay. This is your own that you agree and disagree. A certain proportion of it you accept and
Because some of us are doing the next because
we are
hello,
not
sir.
hearing you. We are
You're
not
far from your
hearing.
microphone, your gadget.
Hello, sir.
Yes. You were talking and we were not hearing
Hello,
you,
sir.
which
Can
is
you hear me
why
now?
we're almost the audio is still faint.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, be
Go ahead.
audible, be a bit
Hello, sir.
shouter.
Be a little louder than
Sir.
before. Amos is finding it difficult to talk.
Hello.
Who has not spoken? Who has not spoken? When I said Ogbu should talk, he just raised his hand and he's on the platform, but I don't know whether Ogbu is hearing us. If Ogbu is hearing us, unmute your microphone. Let's hear your feelings about the theory we are discussing. Okay, what will happen is our time is off. So when we come back, we will look at we'll criticize the theory and look at the other aspects of this theory. For this morning's if you are hearing me, bye bye for this morning session. Thank you.
Hello, class. About the class rep, right?
Hello? Hello?
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Okay. I think we are to reconvene for the selection now, as the class is over.
Yes, people have left already, so later.
Eh? You
People have
see?
left.
They left. Okay now. Yeah, I can see only Precious, Samson, Obu Samson, and just people have left. It's okay now. We'll reconvene later.
Emphasizing a strategic value in 45